So another slightly controversial topic is weapons. So I'm a little reluctant to discuss because this is kind of a thing that some people are very sensitive about, but it is something that you have to kind of think about when you're planning for disasters and things. So my logic is, just like in medicine, we try to go from least invasive to most invasive as far as what we're going to do. I prefer to use something like martial arts as a first line of defense. Maybe a super bright flashlight, things like that, just for personal defense. But here in Los Angeles, as you can imagine, probably more people than you could imagine have firearms in their home. And some have a lot of them. And they don't understand the consequences. They've never seen what happens to someone when they get hit by a firearm round. As someone who has seen people die many ways from gunshot wounds, it's something not to mess around with for sure. So this is clearly this is just for your own edification here, and just to get an idea of maybe a good way to think about it. So if you can't use this, you can use something like this, or a good old VIPERTEK flashlight / taser. So these has some ridiculous number on it, like 9 million volts or something. So the flashlight's very bright, and then the taser is very strong. So this is a non-battery powered plug-in version, and it also has like little knobs here so if someone really, is trying to attack you or trying to attack your family, whatever, you can always have an option for that. You'll notice I don't have any pepper spray. I don't really personally believe that pepper spray is a very good self-defense tool. Because if you're in an enclosed environment, it just comes back on you anyway. The attacker can get it out of your hand, spray you with it, now you're completely disabled. So it's just really not a good kind of tool. Even the foam and all that stuff, it seems excessive to me. I mean, excessively, prohibitively dangerous to the user. Which brings me to this taser. This is also a VIPERTEK. This is about, I don't know, like 1 million volts or something crazy. And armed, you used to have a flashlight as well, which this is kind of designed with that idea that you can try to blind someone to get them to stop what they're doing, and then you hit them, or you zap them. It's just armed there. Now the key thing about this, and the reason I like this, is because it has this fail-safe pin. So once that pin is out, it can't shock you. So it can't do that. So what you do, the idea is this is like a safety. You have this in your hand like this. Someone grabs it, whoa, dunk. Now they have it, it's useless, you have the pin. So this is an idea for if you want to do a taser. I really recommend that you practice with it, or at least watch a video or learn how to do it. Get proficient with it. It's not that hard to do. You just kind of hold it on someone and it zaps them. Keep it charged. Clearly, it's bad if you discharge them, which is why I haven't discharged any of these for displays. It's bad if you discharge them. You call them dry firing. So try not to do that. But that little safety device is really something cool that I thought that was a good thought for them to add. And then lastly, if you have any desire to purchase a firearm, or if you already have one, then you know clearly that you require excellent gun discipline, trigger discipline. Keep them nice and oiled, keep them safe and lubricated, dry, and out of reach of whoever should not be near them. Blah blah blah, all the usual things. So I don't necessarily endorse this. I don't endorse having firearm as a weapon. I personally would not. This would be the last thing that I ever brandish in a situation. If words don't work, and a martial art doesn't work, and a taser doesn't work, there's not a whole lot that you're gonna, convince this person with otherwise. And the alternative is if you also don't want to bring a taser to a gunfight, or a bat to a gunfight, or something like that. Now, what we didn't really discuss is something like having a multi-tool, or a crowbar, or a baseball bat, or something innocuous looking that's not clearly a weapon. So if you are stopped by law enforcement or military, they're going to take these from you anyway. That's why I really recommend learning a martial art, learning how to defend yourself, maybe carrying on your bag, which I didn't cover in my bug out bag video, because I kind of try not to encourage people to have weapons on them if at all possible. But again, just something to think about. And if you already have firearms, you know how to use them, more power to you. But I really encourage people to just take this out of the equation completely. Maybe even take all of this out of the equation. Just try to defuse the situation if you can, because the last thing you need is shoot and kill someone and there's no way to get them, or shoot someone and there's no way to get them to help, or things like that. Clearly, if someone's trying to hurt you, it's a different story, but again, just a thought.